finalists, and the first presentation will be from Thiago Almeida from the Federal University of Rio de Janeiro, that will be speaking to us, to the public opinion about nuclear science and technology in Brazil.
Well, good morning everyone. My presentation is going to be about the report we made on the public opinion about nuclear science and technology in Brazil. This work was developed with Lucas Schmidt with the supervision of Professor Andressa Nicolau. Starting with a short summary, I'll first talk about our objective during the report. Then I'll talk about the methodology we used to handle the data, the profile classification we defined during the research, and finally the conclusions. Now for the objective, we had a list of requirements defined in the terms and conditions of the Nuclear Olympiad. Among them were 5 questions that we should include in the research. They were country where you live in, opinion about the use of nuclear energy as one of the ways to provide electricity in your country, and if the person gave a contrary opinion, he should say why. Do you know what a radiopharmaceutical is? Have you ever taken any radiopharmaceuticals for medical diagnosis or treatment? And are radiopharmaceuticals produced in nuclear reactors or accelerators? We also added 2 questions that we consider relevant to the report. They were, do you have a college degree? And what word comes to your mind when you think about nuclear? And then our main goal was to draw profiles based on these 7 questions. Now the methodology. We interviewed 142 people from July 4th to August 3rd. All respondents were from Brazil, and we used the internet to reach them, getting in touch with different types of people who were willing to take our survey to have a very diverse sample. We also used some articles during the research. The challenge of public acceptance of nuclear energy from Guimarães, and the 2019 quantitative research report from Eletronuclear, the company that operates the Brazilian nuclear plants. Now, for the results of the general profile, we found that 38% of respondents knew what a radiopharmaceutical is, while for the second question, 29% knew that radiopharmaceuticals are produced both in nuclear reactors and accelerators. 27% thought they were produced only in reactors, 18% only accelerators, and 26% none. In addition, 5% of respondents have already taken radiopharmaceuticals for medical diagnosis or treatment. Moving on to the next questions, 25% had a college degree, while 39% were attending college. Now, for the electronuclear evaluation of the use of nuclear plants in Brazil, nuclear power plants, 31% had a positive evaluation, while only 26% had a negative evaluation. Now, in our own data, we also find that 26% were against the use of nuclear energy as one of the ways to provide electricity in Brazil, being 5% a strongly opposition. Meanwhile, 38% were somewhat favor, and 36% were strongly favor. Now, the results of the question we made, what comes to your mind when you think about nuclear, are very interesting. We found that 60% cited positive or neutral words, while 40% cited negative words. Below we can see some of the most cited words. The most frequent ones were words like energy and planned, but we can also see words like danger, bomb, and explosion. In yellow we can see Simpsons, which is an example of how media content has the power to mark a sector. And another example of that is Chernobyl. Chernobyl itself is a very famous accident, but our research was conducted at the height of the HBO's TV show, which certainly influenced the frequency of this word. It is interesting to note that no one said about the biggest radiological accident in Brazil, the accident with cesium-137 in Goiânia in 1987. Now, for the profile against the use of nuclear energy in Brazil, 30% knew what a radiopharmaceutical is, while for the second question, 24% knew that radiopharmaceuticals are produced both in nuclear reactors and accelerators. 35% thought they were produced only in reactors, 14% only accelerators, and 27% none. We also found that 32% were attending college and 32% already had a college degree and 27% were attending college. We can see that the level of education the person has is not related to the positive opinion about nuclear energy, once that 59% of respondents 59% of the people against the use of nuclear energy have a high level of education. Now, for the motivations against the use of nuclear energy, we can see that the most cited ones were motivations like accidents and possible consequences for the environment. These two together represent 63% of the total. It is important to note that many people cited Chernobyl as an example of accident. We can also see motivations such as renewable alternatives, political issues, health disease, nuclear weapons, and economic impossibility. Now, for the profile with specific knowledge about the nuclear sector, here we define the concept of degree of proximity to the nuclear sector through the level of knowledge the person has about the nuclear sector. The first profile is made up of people who know what a radiopharmaceutical is and know where they are produced. So they have a high degree of proximity to the nuclear sector. Here we can see that only 13% were against the use of nuclear energy as one of the ways to provide electricity in Brazil. And it is important to note that there is no strong opposition in this group. We can see that 54% were somewhat favor and 33% were strongly favor. Now, the second profile is made up of people who don't know what a radiopharmaceutical is and don't know where they are produced. Now we have 29% against the use of nuclear energy in Brazil, being 4% a strongly opposition. We can see that the level of knowledge the person has about the nuclear sector is a primal factor in defining the positive opinion about the use of nuclear energy. Now, for the conclusions, although nuclear energy has only 26% of disapproval in Brazil, it is still surrounded by many myths and fears. For example, during the research we saw many people cite the fear of radioactive gas leakage and things like that. The education level is not a criterion in defining people's opinion on the nuclear energy use, but what really influences their opinion is the degree of proximity to the nuclear sector, which was evaluated here through the knowledge the person has about radiopharmaceuticals. Here are some references, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Thiago. Now we go to the second participant, that is Zachary.